Alright, let's dive into something that's both fascinating and a bit unexpected: famous people who've actually driven Formula One cars. Now, we all know F1 is an elite club, only 22 drivers get to race full-time, but what's wild is how many celebrities and athletes have secretly, or not so secretly, gotten behind the wheel. Personally, I think this is where the worlds of entertainment, sports, and raw adrenaline collide, and it's way more interesting than you'd expect. Here's the thing: driving an F1 car isn't just about speed. It's about precision, focus, and a level of physical and mental demand that's hard to wrap your head around. So when someone like Brad Pitt says he felt a sublime groove hitting 197 miles per hour, it's not just bragging, it's a glimpse into what makes F1 so unique. What makes this really interesting is how these outsiders experience something most of us never will, and their reactions are pure gold. Take Valentino Rossi, for example. The MotoGP legend tested a Ferrari back in 2004, and while he didn't switch careers, his crossover with Lewis Hamilton in 2019 was iconic. They swapped rides, Rossi in Hamilton's Mercedes, Hamilton on Rossi's Yamaha, and it highlighted how different yet connected these worlds are. In my opinion, these moments remind us that even the best in one field can be humbled by another, and that's what makes it so compelling. Then there's Colin McRae, the rally legend who drove a Jordan F1 car in 1996. His reaction? Unbelievable. But what's even cooler is how he was just 2 seconds off Martin Brundle's pace after 20 laps. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about speed, it's about adaptability. These athletes are used to mastering one discipline, but F1 demands something entirely different. Jeff Gordon's story is another standout. The NASCAR champ got so close to F1 that he had serious talks about switching. What many people don't realize is how close these worlds can be, yet how rarely they intersect. Gordon's half-second gap to Juan Pablo Montoya is impressive, but it also raises a deeper question: could he have made it in F1? We'll never know, but it's fun to speculate. Now, let's talk Hollywood. Tom Cruise hitting 181 miles per hour in a Red Bull car. That's not just a stunt, it's a testament to his dedication. David Coulthard said Cruise could have been competitive with more practice. A detail I find fascinating is how these actors don't just play races, they actually live it, even if just for a day. Marc Marquez, another MotoGP champ, called his F1 test unbelievable. But what this really suggests is how these crossovers aren't just PR stunts. They're about pushing limits, seeing what's possible. Sebastian Loeb, the rally god, almost raced in F1 but couldn't get a super license. It's a reminder of how strict F1's entry barriers are, even for legends. Guy Martin's story is different. He restored a 1983 Williams car and raced Jenson Button. Sure, Button won, but Martin's effort was impressive. One thing that immediately stands out is how these experiences aren't just about driving, they're about passion, history, and respect for the sport. Finally, Carlos Sainz Sr. driving his son's Ferrari is just special. It's a father-son moment, but also a collision of rallying and F1. What this really suggests is how motorsport is a family, even if the disciplines are worlds apart. So, why does all this matter? It's not just about celebrity cameos. It's about the universal appeal of F1, the raw challenge it presents, and how it connects people across different fields. Personally, I think these stories humanize the sport, showing us that even the biggest names can be awestruck by it. And that, my friends, is what makes F1 so damn cool. What do you think? Would you want to see more of these crossovers, or is F1 better left to the pros? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive. Catch you in the next one.